We're continuing our VI series. In this video, we're going to talk about commands that really do work now. We're going to talk about searching for text for changing contents of your file. So let's start off with the basic search command. In Pico, the search command is Control W followed by typing in the text you want to see. In um, VI, it's much simpler. Just say slash, and I'm looking for main, and I go to main. If I want to look for the next occurrence of main, I can hit the letter N, the command N, and it finds the next. If I hit N one more time, it wraps. So I can easily find all occurrences by typing what I'm looking for just one time and just N thereafter. I can also search backwards by changing the lowercase n to uppercase n. So I'm searching backwards. Okay. I can be here and search backwards. So instead of doing a slash, I can do a question mark, and that takes me backwards. So I can say main, and it takes me to main. So from where you are, you can search going forward or going backwards. You can look for the next occurrence going forward or going backwards. There's another command which is kind of cute, which I never use, which you might want to try in your program. Let's try it. Find the match of a parenthesis, brace, or bracket. It's the rule of whatever you open, you close. So what's the command? Percent sign. So let's try that. Percent, and it gives me here. What about this? Percent, and it gives me there. What does that mean? Whoa, when I write a C++ program, I can kind of do a quick check on whether my brackets are matching and where the matching bracket is. Right? And I suppose this will work if you have nested brackets. Let's try this just for the heck of it. I'm going to put open, close. I want to go back to the top of the file to where main is. How do I search for main? I want to go back, so I say question mark main. And now I will say show me the matching bracket. What's the command? Percent. And it takes me to main. Isn't that lovely? It understands nesting, so that's good. Now, let's talk about copying things. Often in your program, I tell you to give me comments. And the comment should look like line of dashes, line of text, line of dashes. You want to block it. So I can easily copy lines by the command called yank. It's a strange language, yank. Two Y's mean copy a line. I can copy a word. I can say yank a word. Give you an example. The objects that apply to the yank can vary. It can be a line, it can be a word, it could be a paragraph, it could be rest of your file. So let's say yank a word, and that basically has copied the word into a buffer. I can paste it. When I paste, I can paste either after the cursor, let's do it right here, lowercase p, or I can do it before the cursor. Okay? I can yank from where I am to the end of the line. Remember, the $ means end of line. So I can say copy where I am, yank to the end of the line. And if I go down here and paste it, you will see that it had only to the end of the line. By the way, let's do, well, not yet. I can copy from where I am to the rest of the file. What does capital G stands for? Capital G means go to the end of the file. So YG says copy from where you are to the end of the file. Now again, all of these commands can be magnified by putting a number first. So let's do this. We're going to copy 4 words from this line. So I can say for, yank, or copy 4 words. Let's paste the words down here just so we see what we got. So what's a word? Well, a word must be, this is a word, this is a word, and I guess this is a word. Something like that, okay? I can also copy many lines. How do we copy this line? How do we copy these 4 lines? 4 is the number of lines. I'm dealing with lines, so I want to yank. The object I want to yank is a line, so I can say copy it. How do I paste these lines? Let's put the lines above where we are. What paste command do we use? Not lowercase, but uppercase. And we see that we've copied that. Is that clear? Suppose I want to go in and change this comment. I want to change it to 4. I can type lowercase r, and that says I can replace 1 character without getting into input mode. What if I wanted to change this comment and write something different? What do I have to do? Well, I really want to delete from where I am to the end of the line. How do I delete from where I am to the end of the line? End of the line is $. Am I in command mode? Yeah, because when I hit space, nothing happens. So I can say delete from here to the end of the line. And now we can put in another comment. I want to append to this, lowercase pen, another comment. Okay. Now, are we straight on that? So there are lots of ways we can move around in the file. What does yank close brace mean? It means go to the end of the paragraph. What's a paragraph? Bunch of lines separated by a blank line. All right. And so I think we're good. Can we copy lines going backwards? Suppose I want to copy 3 words going backwards. How do I do that? I want 3 words going backwards. I'm in insert mode somehow. I want 3. I say 3B. Did it wrong. I want to copy 3YB. I want to paste it. And you see that I have copied these lines here, these words here. All right. So now let's talk about deletion. Deletion can be done several ways. Let's look at it quickly. I can delete a word. To delete a line, I say D twice. DD is a line. I can delete from here to the end of the file. I can delete from here, from the cursor to the end of the line. I don't know, I don't use these. I can delete backwards to the start of the line. Let me show you this one. I can delete back to the start of the line. So what if I say from here, let's delete all the way back to the start of the line. D for delete. Caret means back to the first non-blank character in the line. And it kills all of that. Is it clear that you don't need to be backspacing and all that stuff? There's a way to do that. Last thing I want to show you is that you can undo the last thing you did. The command is U. There is no stack of undos. It's only the last one that you did. Now I want to finish strong. Oh, by the way, the first command, which is totally helpful, is the X command, which means delete the character under the cursor. I can X, it just deletes these characters. There's no reason to go to the right and then backspace. Is that real clear? All right, now almost done. Let me finish off talking about file manipulation. We've seen what a Control X is, Control W, Control Q, Q, exclamation. It's a forced quit even though you made changes. We can write to a new file, but we also have the ability to insert into your file some other file. So let's just illustrate that. We're going to go to the top, :0, and I want to insert a new version of this file that I have. It's called add3.cpp. All right. When I do this, I want to go to the end of this thing. I want to go to the end of this program. And what do I want to look for? I want to find the matching closing brace, and that's the end of what I inserted. Notice that what I just inserted was what I started with. I went in and made some changes that really destroyed the file, so I want to delete the remainder of this file starting here. How do I do that? It's a delete where? G. Delete the remaining lines in the file. So I want to do D, capital G, and now I'm going to save what I have. Okay, I'm going to save it without leaving. Colon W is like Control O. And now let's go ahead and compile this and see what's going to happen. Let's get out of here. And now let's compile it. And it looks like we got some variables we never declared. Let's go back in and see what the state of affairs is. And what do we have? Yeah, we have variables N1, N2, N3. And what happens? Look at what we have. We're reading values N1, N2, N3. But we're adding values A, B, C. How do we want to solve this? Well, what we really need to do is let's change everything to talk about A, B, and C. So I really need to find all occurrences of N1. How do I find all occurrences of N1? One way is just say look for N1. Slash means search. Look for N1 going forward. That's one occurrence. That's two occurrences. It's only two. But what we might want to do is say let's change N1 to A. Let's do it in the line that we're in. And we're getting to the most powerful command that VI has that Pico has not a clue. And it's the substitute command. And the substitute takes the form of you initiate it with :S. Then you must give operands. The operands include the old string and the new value. And these have to be delimited by some character. Often we use a slash, but it can be any character. Whatever character is typed after the S is treated as the delimiter. So this says substitute the first occurrence of cat with the word dog. So let's see what we're going to do. So what's the command? Substitute N1, replace it with A. If we do that, we have A. All right? And it looks like we've got to go and try to find N1 again. Ooh, we did an N, didn't we? Because we remembered what we searched for last. We need to do the same command. What's the command? Substitute N1 with an A. And that'll be that. All right? What if I had 50 of these? I've got to go find everyone and substitute it one by one by one. Do you reckon VI will force you to do that? And the answer, of course, is no. There's a way for you to say, let's cover a range of lines. Okay? Let's take a look now. If I say Control G, that says, what line am I on? It says I'm on line 21. But more importantly, it tells me there are 58 lines in the file. And what might I want to do? I might want to say from this line all the way down to the end of the file, I want to substitute every occurrence of N2 with a B. So how do you do that? You can say colon, give a range of lines. Period means the current line. All right, let's make sure we're straight now. Yeah. Period means the current line, comma, what's the last line? Let's say 57. This is a range of lines. Now I want to apply a command. I want to substitute N2, replace it with a B. And that's what I want to do. All right? And I think we will find out that N2 will have disappeared. N2 was there, N2 was here, N2 was here, it's gone. All right? Are we straight? I need to remind you that substitute replaces the first occurrence. If there are multiple occurrences, in the same line. It only changes the first one. So please ask me, if there are multiple occurrences, how do I change all of them? So I'm going to illustrate. You do that by changing the command a little bit, by putting in a scope. And let me just show you here. If you say substitute and follow the pattern with a G, it means global. It says every occurrence, not just the first one. This can apply when you're substituting a single line. You can say in this line, change all occurrences. All right. So now we want to say for this, let's just do it here. For this line, I want to change all occurrences. And I don't think it matters where you are in the line because it treats the whole line. So I can be way over here and say substitute N3 for C globally. And boom. All right. Now, I think I have done my best to sell you on the power of VI because it allows you to fix your program so much faster. It allows you to make global changes. It allows you to make systematic changes throughout your program. You don't worry about stuff. It allows you to do the formatting that I want you to do very easily. And better quit because time is running out. So we're going to end this. We're going to try to compile it again, see if it works. What happened? I never replaced it here. So I need to see. And that's that. All right. With that, we're going to